So you may have noticed how from March 17th to March 22nd, I didn't upload any videos. That's quite unusual for me because I usually daily upload. Well, basically I felt a little burnt out and I had a few days off school for St. Patrick's Day, so I thought I would just take a chill. However, throughout those 5 days, I was working on my Hell of a Boss series recap video, so if you want, you can check that one out. I think it turned out pretty well, and I decided to take a good few days to work on it because it was a longer video, and I wanted to make sure that it was done right and not just rushed. Anyways, back to the point. Throughout those 5 days that I didn't upload, there was a lot of FNAF news, so I thought, you know, I'll just let it all come by, and then when all of it's done, I'll go and do a huge video where I talk about all of it at once, and that's what we're doing. We got lots of news like FNAF Security Breach, FNAF AR, FNAF Fanverse, stuff like that, so let's not waste any time and get started. Alrighty, so let's start off by talking about all of the news that we got for Five Nights at Freddy's AR. By now you've probably seen this one. Okay, so it says testing, more controls needed, upgrading animatronic detection systems, and you've got all the hashtags. This was obviously posted to the FNAF AR Twitter page, and this is for the big gameplay update, which is coming out next month. In case you're unaware, I'm sure you know though, but next month there's going to be a big FNAF AR gameplay update. We occasionally get these FNAF AR gameplay updates, and this is the next one that's upcoming. Also, here's the image that we got. So you can see this Freddy there, a lot of static, and at the very bottom there you can see a thing, and if you get this thing and you go and brighten it up, here's what you get. So you can see that this is like a new interface that you're going to have, your new thing to protect yourself from the animatronics. So you can see the shock in the middle, and you can see they're going to be adding a lot of stuff. So every round you can see the flashlight still there, it's going to be at the top. This is going to be like your new thing. It's not just going to be the flashlight, the amount of batteries you have, the shock. Looks like they're adding in a lot more stuff, which could add a lot more replayability, a lot more possibilities, and, you know, a lot more tactics that you could use to kill the animatronics. Maybe you'll get some multiple ways to kill the animatronics. Maybe the mask will be in every fight, despite not needing it. Who knows, maybe it'll just be there. But there's a lot of things that can go with this, and I'm actually pretty excited for this. I hope this big gameplay update, of course you know what I'm going to bring up. I hope it fixes the game crashes. Of course I was going to say it, but I hope it does. March's FNAF AR Photo Booth Challenge winners were also announced yesterday, so you can see they said they're here presenting the FNAF AR March Photo Booth Challenge results. There were lots of awesome entries and it was tons of fun to go through them, all the hashtags. And then there was 5 Twitter winners and 5 Instagram winners, so just the same as the February one, so pretty cool. Congrats to all those winners. I didn't enter this one because, you know, my game is just getting even more bugged, so I just passed on this one. And, you know, there's nothing really in there. The only thing I really wanted to get was the merch like discount so I could give it to one of the subscribers. That was something I was really wanting to do, but if they do an April one and the game's a bit more polished for me, I'll probably enter it. But pretty cool, congrats to those winners. And I also confirmed in the replies that there's going to be another one in April. That's why I said it. They are going to do another one in April. They've confirmed it, so that's pretty cool. Now, of course, to qualify for the FNAF AR March Photo Booth Challenge, you had to use one of the new St. Patrick's Day borders. And that's the only way that you were able to qualify. If you didn't use that, you wouldn't have had a chance of winning. Basically, that's it for FNAF AR news, so let's move on to FNAF Security Breach. Alright, so we actually did get a little bit of FNAF Security Breach news. It's pretty small news, but it's still FNAF Security Breach news. Alright, so there's this email that was sent to people, like, I don't know, but, like, it's an event that's running from April 12th to April 16th, and it confirms that Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is going to be showcased in it. Not like a third trailer, just like another showcase one, like the one we got in January, the RTX one. It's going to be another showcase one. We might get a look at some new locations, I'm not sure, but I feel like they've already given us a hell lot of the locations. I feel like we've already seen over half of the entire mall already, so I'm not sure if we'll get many new locations, because I don't want them to spoil everything, because we've gone to look at a lot of different locations, actually way more than I thought we'd get. But anyways, as you can see down there, there's a lot of games. Overwatch, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, there it is. So it's gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach showcased through at some time during April 12th to April 16th, so not sure what date it could be, but it's between that period, so that's pretty cool. On the other hand, we actually got a fake FNAF Security Breach leak. This one isn't real, but they wanted us to believe the price tag and the release date for the game. I want to bring this up so that you know that this isn't real, and also because I think the price is actually pretty accurate. I think 40 quid is probably a pretty accurate price for the game, so yeah, pretty cool. Now, this isn't real, but there's some interesting stuff that they put in there. It supports up to 2 online players. That'd be really cool if it actually did end up being multiplayer, but I don't really see what you could do with that. Maybe it says only 2 players, but if they did do it with 2 players, again, I know this is fake, but say they did do it with 2 players, maybe it'd be like online match. Someone's Vanny, someone's Gregory, you run around the location, stuff like that. I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, cool, and not real to believe it, but not bad, I guess. Pretty good try. That wraps up the FNAF security breach related stuff. Now let's move on to FNAF Books. Firstly, we got confirmation that a FNAF 4th Closet graphic novel is gonna come out, and it's gonna be coming out this year actually. It's coming out December 28th, 2021. Now I definitely could have saw this coming, and I knew that this was gonna come out eventually, but I really didn't think it would be coming out so soon, especially since the Twisted Ones graphic novel really did just come out pretty recently, so I hope it still meets the standards of the other ones. And finally, for FNAF book news, we got some more news on the Freddy Files Ultimate Edition. Now this isn't new, we've known this thing's gonna come out, we've known this for a while now, but we now got to confirm page number 320 pages. It's gonna be the 3rd Freddy Files, so it looks like I'm gonna have to buy another Freddy File book. It's probably gonna have FNAF VR, FNAF AR, and also probably Security Breach, because this doesn't come out till November, and I'd like to bet that FNAF Security Breach is very likely going to be out in November. It's going to be out by then, probably. So there'll probably be Security Breach in there as well. And that wraps up all the recent FNAF book news. So now, second last category we're going to be taking a look at is FNAF Fangames. This is about the Fazbear Fanverse, and this is about One Night at Flumpty's Free. Alright, so basically the other day, a game jolt page for One Night at Flumpty's Free was leaked, and you can see it says the end of the trilogy of FNAF parodies with an egg in them. One Night at Flumpty started out as an inside joke and has left more of an impact than I ever anticipated. I'm glad so many people have enjoyed playing these silly games with paper thin lore. Many thanks to Scott Coffin for reaching out to me with the Fazbear Fanverse initiative and allowing this final installment to become a reality. And that's basically it. So recently that Jonah Crumb did post on Twitter, literally just today, he posted that he has saw this leak and he really doesn't mind that it's gone out because there isn't really any info on here. It doesn't spoil anything. There really isn't much on here. This is all there is actually. There isn't much to it, so it was still a leak, but it's not a big leak and there's nothing to be concerned about. Alright, so we've got one more piece of FNAF news to look at, and that is Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise. Alright, so our final piece of news is actually about an official FNAF merch collab. So Scott and Dawko have agreed to do this collab, which is FNAF and Hex. In case you don't know what Hex is, it's like a brand. It's like, at the moment, it's comics and clothing, but they are planning on making it like a cartoon and a video game, so it's really cool. And basically, they're doing a collab. And Dawko says, and here's Johnny Block said about it, and Dawko replied, I'll make some really cool concepts and designs that will be completely different to Funko's. Expect more teen-rated, cool-looking plushies. So we can expect some really cool-looking FNAF plushies. That's actually going to be pretty exciting. Maybe look more game-accurate, maybe creepier-looking ones, and I'm very excited for that. Scott Coffin doesn't often do collabs, so I'm excited to see how these are going to turn out. I think they're going to look pretty cool, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, wraps things up. That's all of the recent FNAF news. Probably the worst time for me to take a break from uploading videos. I know, there was a lot of stuff. There was FNAF AR, there was FNAF Security Breach, there was FNAF Fangames, there was FNAF Books, there's also FNAF merch. So a lot of stuff went down, and I probably shouldn't have taken a break. I should have just went with the flow and did the videos as the news was coming out. But oh well, at least we've got it all covered now. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and that's basically it. I'll see you next time. Have a good day, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.
I'm Tor Freddy, man. Welcome to our pizzeria. You're gonna die tonight, I bet you had no idea. Oh, you're just Freddy, you should be in portrait service. I know you didn't deserve it, but you should be nervous, cause me, I'm a guy.